Alright guys, welcome to Forum Blood TV. Today we're going to talk about K3. K3 was over on Yarvo's panel the other day. And I just have so many questions. Son, you are so lost in the sauce. First of all, quit being a tender D for these heifers, okay? Quit doing that. Seems like you're a tender D for every last one. You cannot love all these women, son. You can't. All of them ain't loving you back. This thing you and Maya got, this definitely ain't gonna last forever. The fact y'all went and had a child, I'm not surprised. That's how we get down these days. You know, ain't nobody using protection. Everybody love everybody. We go together. You know, I heard you say, yeah, she trying to get me and her baby daddy to tussle. And she's playing y'all against each other. Now, it's something that really, we act like we misheard or didn't understand, or we making it seem like it's something else. When K3 was on Yarvo's page, on his live, he over there talking about he was fitting to finesse a dude. We all know the G for pay. We heard it. Well, I don't know if a lot of you heard it, but I heard it. And he's like, no, I'm not G for pay. Son, yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Just because you haven't laid down with a man, what does that mean? You're still sitting there trying to, you call it finesse? No, son. You're being G for pay. Now, listen. If you like men, I'd be cool with it. Whatever you like, I like it for you. But you're at the bottom of the barrel, son, when you have to act like or pretend. I don't care what you tell Maya. Yeah, Maya, look, I'm finna finesse him. I'm about to do this. Son, yeah, that's G for pay. That's what you're doing. You're not finessing. You're acting like you're G for pay. That's the reality of it. Now, you can sit there and sugarcoat it. You can try to make it sound as good as you can make it sound, but it doesn't change the fact of you pretending to be G for pay. Now, like I said, if you were that way and that's how you got down, I wouldn't be mad at it. But you're trying to live a life of, I love women. You're a tender D. We see that. But you're also turning around, you're playing both sides. Because whoever's willing to pay you, you're like, yeah. And you whisper sweet nothings in their ear. Just because Maya has the Texas or access to the Texas, that's why she don't take you serious, hun. Because, one, you're willing to be broke. Two, look what you're willing to do for money. That's why she's telling people. Because that's not a man in her eyes, even though she ain't a woman. What you're doing, that ain't man activity. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can sit here and try to convince me and sugarcoat it and put some wording on it and dot your I's and cross your T's. But, son, that's what you're doing. To me, just call me crazy. It would just be so much easier to go get a job. Who has time to finesse another man? It got me wondering, is this your first time finessing a man, or is this something you've been doing from time to time? Now, like I said, I don't knock nobody's hustle, but bro, it's just so easy to go get a job. That's what I'm saying. Doing interviews for Marcus is one thing, okay? I'm cool with it. But sitting there and trying to pretend you're into men for a couple dollars, I wouldn't even, listen, this is just it. I wouldn't even care if you were into the men. I wouldn't care. But pretending, that's wild work. So you got time to pretend something like that? So that's what we're doing now. We're pretending for a couple dollars. $25 Cash App, 50. We're pretending. Why would we do that? Is it that, I mean, No, I won't go get a job. I'll sit here and send you pics and pretend I like you and pretend I go this way. And I ain't. I know you think I'm an older woman, but I'm not that type of older woman. I have a lot of outside experience. So I'm gonna say it like this: I ain't never had any homeboys that pretended, that they liked the same, the G for pay thing. Now, I'm not saying men don't do it. None of mine did it. I watched them men get out there, take penitentiary chances, do whatever they had to do. That was something they're like, it wasn't even in their eyesight. It wasn't even nothing they were thinking about. It wasn't nothing that even crossed their mind. They're like, you know what, I can go ruin myself 10,000 other ways. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And not to say some of them weren't in that situation or offered that situation. They're like, so the fact, you wouldn't be the first one to act like you were G for pay. You wouldn't. There's some men that do that on the regular. They're like $1's a dollar. But, do we really? It's just like, we're just so willing to do anything. You and I got a Patreon, and, there might be, there's different tiers. And if you get to the top tier, you can see me and Maya, and we're doing the do. And child, so listen. You know what I realized? This doesn't get us paid anymore. This gets us paid. If we're a man or a woman, this is how we get paid. This is what we use. This is what we got. Man or woman. So that's just where we're at right now. We're doing interviews for money. We're doing content on the other channel for money. We're willing to send pics, make movies. We're willing to do all this, but we ain't willing to go to work every day. Something in my mind, it don't let it resonate right. And listen, Granny loves. Let me say this. I love the LG, the whole community. I love all. But don't pretend. Don't pretend. For one, when you pretend, that's you putting yourself into a situation that could go good or bad. Don't pretend. For two, be yourself. Don't try to be something you ain't. Because then the question is, are you that down bad you're willing to do anything? Who knows what else you're willing to do? Or B, is that really who you are? Is that really how you're moving and you're just trying to pretend? But see, the thing is, if you didn't put yourself in that situation, K3, nobody would have to ask those questions. Do you see what I'm saying? Your woman wouldn't feel the way she feels, uncomfortable, and if you didn't put yourself in that situation. So then it comes back to, why are we putting ourselves in that situation? For what reason, baby? When all you had to do was go get a job. All you had to do was go get a job. Oh my God, could you imagine a job? It could be that simple, a job. But no, you want to play games, pretend to be something you ain't, or are you really that person? That's what I'm saying. Once again, we wouldn't even be here answering those questions if you didn't put yourself in that situation. So then it comes back to, why are you putting yourself in this situation? Is it A, because it's really you, or B, you're just down that bad and you're looking for handouts and it doesn't matter who they come from? But the reality is, if you, sir, didn't put yourself in that situation, listen, K3, you need to get away from Maya. She ain't for you. She ain't for you. For one, she's already proved she smiles another ninja's face, pillow talking, phone talking, She's just. There's so many examples. Playing you against other baby dad. Just first of all, she ain't for you. She ain't for you. I don't know who she for. She ain't even for herself. She ain't even for her. She ain't. She ain't for nobody. She ain't even. Alright, let that go. Let her go. She ain't worth it. She don't bring nothing to the table. Nothing but some cash. She ain't worth it. Have a good day, y'all. Happy Monday. Please like, hype, and subscribe. Share my video. That's what gets me into the algorithm. I love you guys. Have a great day. Have the best week ever. And let's pray we have a better weekend. Have a good day.